So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give to Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
A gain of a yard.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 7, Bears 6.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Taylor. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 30.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 9. 1st down, Indianapolis.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Colts 1st down.
On 1st down, Hurts. It's wearing the tight end with it. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Tackle made at the 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown,
Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
At the 30-yard line.
On second down, Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
2 yards.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Foles. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10.
31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Colts 21, Bears 6. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's second and 10. Now Foles. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by the
what a nice play there by Julian Blackmon, the young fella out of the University of Utah. And to tell you about his talent, Indianapolis drafted him in the 3rd round, even though he was rehabbing an ACL injury suffered in his college days. Plenty of upside for this young man. Has experience at both corner and safety, which is something you need in the NFL now. Those hybrid skills where you can play all over the field, that'll translate well. And whatever they're doing at the University of Utah, I want to have some of that. They had a bunch of guys that went into the league in 2020.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Colts 28, Bears 6. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Complete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
This is brought in at the 21. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bears take over.
Their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble. With this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Bears 6. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 12 yards there and a first down. seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. Now it's Trubisky.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And it's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Patterson on the draw play, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike 55, Mike 55.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a bit closer. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
48-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. The connection made, it's Graham. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over first.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Jonathan Taylor.
Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
It's a gain of 5.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
At the 14-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
4-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Carrier.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 47 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And some space here. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
Is good.
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end that feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Colts 42.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.